Okay. So technically it's Yom Shishi, Jewish day starts at night, so we come to Shabbos Kodesh. I want to share a story from one of the best farm ever. I was close to learning the Rebos in the morning. You'd think it'd be written 20 years ago, but it's actually written around 100 years ago. And in it, in chapter 4, we're given a very, very excellent story. So it's one of a shoemaker. He lives in Eretz Yisrael, poor guy, really made no living. He lived in the Negev, middle of nowhere. And he had a very happy life, regardless of him being poor. He had huge yiras shamayim. He taught that to his family. He's saying, fine, right now we're suffering, we have no food, we're poor as can be, we live in a one-room house, but in Olam Haba, we're gonna have infinite pleasure, we're gonna have whatever we want, it's gonna be fantastic. So right now, while it may be unfortunate, our circumstances, the world to come is gonna be amazing. So he lived with these guys at their entire life. So one day, some days, my bad, he'd go out to the woods, he'd go pray to Hashem, just to ask him for things, ask him for parnasa, ask him that his family's healthy, whatever we daven for nowadays, he did that then. He would go out to the woods. He wasn't so learned, but he tried to learn to the best of his abilities when he had the time, when he wasn't shoemaking. But he was a very humble man, he was a very honest man, and he had a huge emunah. So eventually World War I struck, and his business plummeted to zero. No one was coming in, everyone's hiding because of the war, trades are low, everything's low. And his family starts to starve. They're poor already, and the fact that there's no parnasa coming in, how could he afford even a slice of bread or even a loaf of bread? So his kids are crying out, Abba, please, could you please just get us a slice of bread, we're so hungry. He says, I'm so sorry, we don't have anything. This goes on for days. His kids are just crying out, Abba, we're so hungry, please, just give us a slice of bread, we're so hungry. Their voice is weak, upset, heartbroken. The dad, the shoemaker, he, to the best of his abilities, he trembles over to the forest where he usually davens, and he just starts shouting to Hashem. He starts shouting, Hashem, please, why have you done this to us? Please, we're your children. We may have separated from you, but we know that if we come back and we do teshuvah, you'll come back to us with open arms. He's crying out for hours. Just saying, Hashem, please bring us back. Please help my family, not even me. Don't even help me. Help my family. Help Eretz Yisrael. Please. That's all I could ask for. Just that my kids can live. I don't care about me. And he's crying and he's crying and he's crying. And he's exerting all his energy, praying to Hashem, and he passes out. Plummets on the floor. Eventually, a couple minutes later, he wakes up. There's a weird smell. It's a very, not really weird, but it's a very pleasing smell. And he looks up and he sees this flower a couple feet away from him. So, of course, that smell woke him up. He's like, wow, this flower, it's beautiful. If it could wake me up, I have no energy. I wonder what it could do for my wife and my kids. So he picks it, and he starts walking back with a bit more but little energy that he has back to his home. And on his way back, a nobleman in a carriage comes. And he says, look at you. Are you okay? What are you doing with the flower? What's the flower gonna do for you? You know what? Just to make it seem fair, I'll buy this flower off you. I'll give you however much money you need, just to help you out. And he said, the shoemaker says, no. I don't want money. I just want a loaf of bread for my family. I want a loaf of bread for my kids, for my wife. So the nobleman, he's like, Okay, sure. Here, gets him a loaf of bread. The shoemaker thanks him. He goes back home, he feeds his kids. Everyone's very happy. Shoemaker's happy, his kids are happy, his wife's happy, they all ate, they're satisfied. And that night, the shoemaker goes to sleep and he has a dream. It's a dream of his father's talking to him. And his father, in the dream, he's tearing kriya, he's pounding his chest, he's crying. And he's saying, what have you done? What have you done? You know that tefillah you just did in the forest for hours that made you pass out? All the Menachem saw that in Shemayim, they were crying out to Hashem, Hashem, please, open up your heart, show your mercy, be the God of mercy, and just please help this man out. Help Klal Yisrael out. So the Menachem are begging, and the shoemaker's tefillah was the key, it was the last punch towards the iron wall, and opened up Hashem's heart towards the Jewish people in Eretz Yisrael. So thus came the flower. So he's saying, you know that flower that woke you up in the dream? And the shoemaker says, yeah, I'm familiar with the flower. I sold it for a thing of bread. He says, you shouldn't have done that. I was supposed to come to you in this dream originally to talk to you, to go to Ma'amach Be'elav with that flower and revive the Avos, revive the Nevi'im. This flower was the flower of Techiyas Meitim. You were going to bring Mashiach. You were going to bring us Geula. And he's like looking shocked. He's like, no way. Like, you have to be lying. This is just like some crazy dream I'm having. He says, no. All the Malachim, we were rejoicing that Hashem finally opened up. He gave that flower to the world. And he gave it to you to do this amazing, immense task. But you lost track. The Satan, he saw this and he's like, whoa, I'm not dealing with this. I don't want any good things happening in the world. I'm the Satan. I'm the embodiment of evil. So he sent one of his destructive angels, the angel of destruction, as a nobleman to try and deter you off the path of righteousness. And he gave you that loaf of bread for the flower. And guess what? You could have done this in crazy mitzvah. You could have done this crazy chesed for the world, bring the world into Mashiach, and you just threw it all out the window. And like, the guy just wakes up crying. The shoemaker wakes up crying. They just threw away this opportunity. So that's really the entire story. But you might think, like, okay, the shoemaker did that. What happened to him? What happened to the shoemaker? That's the point. The point is that it's like we're constantly under a test from Hashem. Okay? The shoemaker had no idea he was under a test. He thought he was just like doing something, and this guy was just trying to help him out. But no, it was just a trial from Hashem to see like how strong he was holding within himself. So here. Okay? He had no control over his actions. That's the simple ikr. He had no control over his actions. He thought, oh man, I'm just gonna focus on my family and that's it, and not think about the outside world. And here we are now. I believe we're all aware guys, right? But sometimes in the moment we lack the awareness to actually do what's right. Whether it just be something small from holding a door or giving someone an extra cup of water, even if they didn't ask. You never know what small act of chesed, what small little push extra of maybe bringing a flower to Ma'amach Be'elav or just giving someone a cup of water could do for the world. Come.
Benji, as always. Amazing. All right. Before I start the Siyum on Tinus, I just want to give a couple thank yous, and I want to say a quick Torah idea. First off, I want to thank Rav Jake. He's not here right now, but I want to thank Rav Jake for helping me write my speech. I want to thank Rav Kobe for helping me get through this Gemara, like every other Gemara I do. And I want to thank Judah Orlansky for learning Tinus with me for a long time. Hope this Siyum's coming up. I want to thank my parents, of course, for letting me letting me come back to yeshiva. Thank you so much. I love you guys, and I want to thank Hashem for helping me through all of this, for giving me everything. Okay, so the Gemara on Tinus, obviously on Kaf Tet, tells us a story of the destruction of the second Beis Hamikdash. It tells us that during the destruction of the second Beis Hamikdash, there was a decree issued out for Rabban Gamliel, right? The decree was that he is going to be executed. So one of the soldiers who actually helped create this decree, he comes over to where Rabbi Gamliel is learning. He comes to the base medrash. Says he gives him a cryptic warning. He says, "Listen, basically he tells him the Romans are coming for you. They're going to come and try and kill you." So this soldier basically saves his life because he gives him the chance to run and hide from the soldiers, and he's not caught. So while Rabban Gamliel is hiding, this same soldier comes over to him. He says, "Hey, I saved you, right? If I fully save you, right? Because there's still a decree on your head, right? There's still a decree to kill you. If I fully save you, do I get a chelik in Olam Haba?" And Rabban Gamliel says, "Yes." And he says, swear to me, I'm going to get a chelik in Olam Haba." So he says, "I swear, you're going to get a chelik in Olam Haba." So what does the soldier do? He goes up on the roof, he kills himself, he jumps off. So there's a rule in the Roman government, apparently, that if the counselor of a decree dies, it must be that the decree that he helped pass it has to be null and void, because it must be the decree was wrong. Like it has to be canceled. So once this Roman soldier jumps and kills himself, Bosco comes and says this soldier is getting prepared for Olam Haba. So I just wanted to, we know we're in the assessment to Shuvah, and I just want to take the idea that if a soldier who is like the lowest of low, he helped destroy the Beis Hamikdash, he killed tons of people, he helped kill Talmidei Chachamim, if he can get a chelik in Olam Haba, how of course we as Jewish people, like we are the sons, the firstborn of Hashem. It says in Sanhedrin that every Jew is a chelik in Olam Haba. Of course we can merit Olam Haba, because we don't do such terrible things. Of course we can do teshuvah and return back to Hashem. Okay, I'm going to finish Mesachtes Tainus. The very last part of it is talking about what happens in the future. It says, Amar Ola Abira Amar Rav Elazar. Asir HaKadosh Baruch Hu La'asos Malcha L'Tzadikim. So Hashem will come in the future and make a circle for tzadikim. Hu Yashav B'neihem B'Gan Eden, and he will sit. Hashem will sit amongst them in Gan Eden, meaning he'll sit in the middle of the circle. V'chol echad echad Mara B'Atzvav, and each and every one of them will point their finger to Hashem. Right? They'll all point to Hashem. Shenemar, as it says, Va'amar B'Yom Ahu Hinei Eloheinu Zeh Kivinu Lo. V'she'enu ze Adonai kivinu lo nigala v'nismecha b'shuasa. That meaning he will say to us on that day, this is our God. We hope to him, and he saves us. This is Hashem, who we hope to let us exalt and be glad in his salvation. Hadron Lach Mesachtes Tainus Hadrach Alach Datan Alach Mesachtes Tainus Bedatar Alan La Nis Nashem Mesachtes Tainus La Nis Nashem Mina La Ba'alma Hadain La Ba'alma Da'aseh. Here it's Olam Fecha Adonai Eloheinu V'Levatenu Shetahei Torasecha Umanusenu Ba'olam Hazeh V'Usehei Imanu La'olam Haba. China bar Papa, Rami bar Papa, Nachman bar Papa, Achi bar Papa, Abba Miri bar Papa, Rafram bar Papa, Rachish bar Papa, Surucha bar Papa, Ada bar Papa, Dura bar Papa. Ha'arevna Adonai Elenu as the Beit Toratach b'finu u'fifios Amcha Beis Yisrael v'niyeh kulanu anachu v'tze'atzalinu v'tze'atzei Amcha Beis Yisrael kulanu yedei shenachu b'beit Toratacha. Me avai techamenu b'eslosecha ki le'olam hi li. Hi libi hamim v'chukecha leman lo evosh. לעולם לא אשכח פיקודך כי בם חיסנו. ברוך אתה אדוני למדני חוקיך אמן 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 צלע ועד. עוד אנחנו לפניך אדוני ראינו בלבותינו ששמת חלקנו מיושבי בית המקדש ולא שמת חלקנו מיושבי קרנוס שאנו משכימים והם משכימים אנו משכימים לדברי תורה והם משכימים לדברים בתהילים אנו עמלים והם עמלים אנו עמלים ומקבלים שכר והם עמלים ואינם מקבלים שכר אנו רצים והם רצים ואנו רצים לחיל המבא והם רצים לבאר שחס שנאמר ואתה אלוהינו תורידם לבאר שחס אנשי דמים ומרמה לא יחצו ימיהם ואני אבטח בך. ירצה ממך אדוני אלוהי כשם שעזרתני לסיים מסכת טיינס כן תעזרני להתחיל מסכתות וספרים אחרים ולסיימם ללמוד ולהעמיד לשמור לעשות סוכאים אז כל דברי תלמוד תורתך באהבה ולזכות כל הטענים והאמוראים תלמידי חכמים יעמוד לי ולזערי שלא תעמוש התורה מפי זרי וזרע זרעי עד עולם ותתקיים בי בהלכך תנחה עושך בשכבך תשמור לך והקיצוסה כי תשיחך כי וירבו יעמך ויוסיפו לך שנוס חיים אורך ימים במינה בשמאלה עושה וכבוד עיני עוזר מויתר עד רחבה ולחיה ולסייע ולעסקה לזכרון לחיי עולמה ולמבני קרתת בירושלים ולשכללה ההיכלה בגבעה ולמעיקר חנה לאוחרה מעירייה ולעצבה על חנה תשמע לעצמי וימליך קודשה ברכו. אמן. למלכוסי וקרי בחיי יכון וביום יכון בחייך ובית ישראל בגלל זמן קריב אמרו אמן. אמן. ישרח ישרח ישראל ויסעשה ויסעדה ויסעלה ויסעלה שמי וקדושה ברכו. ואלה מן כל ביוחסה ושיר סופר שחסה נחמסה דמרם ביומה ואמרו אמן. על ישראל ועל רבנן ועל תלמידיהם ועל כל תלמידיהם ועל כל מעטיות תעסקים באורייסה ובעזרה הגן ודי בכל עשר ועשר. יש לחון שלום הרב פינה בחסר רחמן וחיין אריכין וזונה רביחי ופרקן מן קדם אבאון דמשמי ואריה ואמרו אמן. שלום הרב משמי וחיים אלוהים ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ברמה גויה עשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו
Torah,